Thank you, Mayor. I want to acknowledge the extensive feedback, and I really appreciate folks that come and speak at the podium. I know how hard it is to speak, especially in these, fraught times that we have in our city. I wanted to respond just broadly to the comments, just to help set some facts around how we got to this part where we are with our City Hall project, and just some numbers as well, because I continue to hear the number 30 or $32 million as the City Hall project. And there really are three large pieces to this infrastructure project we're taking up. Part of that $30 million was the acquisition of the Bible Church, which was $4.5 million. Then another $7 million is a police department expansion on this existing property, this building here. So the police department is going to occupy, if this project does go across the line, it will take over all the administrative space behind me, where IT and some of the clerk's offices are. And all of these admin offices now will be police storage. And at a February, I sent a newsletter out in late January. So the second meeting in January, the council, by an 8-to-1 vote, approved decisive steps to move forward with a new construction of City Hall because, and it was alluded to, we already studied in depth what it would look like to renovate this building and expand the police department. You can see the constrained pieces of this site. You have the high school right here. You have a grade drop right in front of the building. You have some easements here behind with cell towers. There just isn't really any room to expand for one story. So if you want to renovate this facility and you want to expand the police department, you're going up. And when you go up in this building, it gets very expensive very quickly. So that was what our city engineer recommended in one of the first meetings I had since I was elected in 2021, was that you're going to be out probably up to $20 million of the renovation, and a new construction could be done in the low $20 million as well. And crucially, if we renovate this building, we're only predicted to have 30 to 40 years of expected life. Whereas if we build a new facility, we're looking at upwards of 75 years. So by trying to save a few dollars on a renovation, which would cause also a lot of disruption, we're looking at having to basically punting this problem down the road, 30 years down the road, having to make another similarly large expenditure. And another reason why I was in large support of this police department expansion and City Hall project was when we built the police station in 1996, the council of 1996 at the 11th hour cut the scope of the project down. It was a $3 million building when it was all said and done. They reduced the building to the capacity of the police department in 1996. They did not build for any anticipated future growth, programming, storage needs. And so that council in 1996 has handed us a building that's less than 30 years old, but is inadequate for our current police department. So trying not to make the mistakes of the council of 1996, we're trying to be thoughtful with how we do this, allow for future growth, for future needs. We're able to do all of this without raising the mill levy because we've been planning for this capital expenditure project for a long time. And I guess when I look at our police department, the last thing I want to do is send them mixed messages about whether or not we support them, whether or not their needs are valid. The idea of putting the police department needs on a ballot, to me, doesn't make a lot of sense when we're elected to represent this city. Politicizing a police department expansion, politicizing the administrative needs of our staff, a majority of council, I think all of us, most of us feel capable of making that decision. And that's how we got here. We went through all the different options, and there is no choice to do nothing with this building. This building is at the end of its useful life. It's going to be renovated either way. What it will be renovated into is the big question. And so when we talk about the City Hall building itself, it's an $18 million building. So everything beyond that $18 million is either land that the city has acquired, or it's $7 million to spend up here to renovate and expand the police department.